Okay, you're looking live at the scene here at Traverse City St. Francis High School Gymnasium. Charles Strail and the Aury brothers getting ready to bring you this game tonight here on Next Level Broadcasting's coverage of high school basketball tonight. It's a Lake Michigan Conference clash between the St. Francis Gladiators and the Harbor Springs Rams. And what looks like a very pivotal conference game as both these teams coming in a must-win position. St. Francis having lost their most recent conference game to the Charlevoix Raiders. This is one that the Gladiators need to have if they want to keep pace with the top teams in the conference so far with Charlevoix and Elk Rapids and Grayling. Harbor Springs tied right now with 2 conference losses. This is one that the Rams want to have as well, so this is going to be a very pivotal matchup tonight as it pertains to the standings in the Lake Michigan Conference here in 2023 and 2024. As I welcome in my guest commentator tonight, Burr Aury. Burr, how you doing tonight?
Great. I'm ready for some good game.
It's going to be a good one tonight. I mean, looking at this between the Rams and the Gladiators, like I said, need to have it for both teams. It's going to be interesting to see just what we have in store as we got a Tuesday night game. Gladiators playing back-to-back on Tuesday and tomorrow night with the rescheduling of the Boyne City game that was canceled the previous Friday night due to the weather. As, well, we're getting ready for some basketball. This is the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport pregame show. We're going to go ahead and step aside here. When we come back, we will have our starting lineups and our tip-off coming up after that.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
And we're officially ready to go here in the first quarter. Starting lineups for the Rams from Harbor Springs. Starting for them, it will be sophomore Ryder Bartell, Braden Flynn, Aaron Sowles, Colin Lang, and Nash Van Sloten. So a very young starting lineup for the Harbor Springs Rams. Only one senior on the floor for them. And Well, a lot of the growth process for this Ram team is coming so far as 4 starting sophomores learning how to play together, learning how to win together as a team. That's one of the biggest things that the Rams will be challenged with throughout the duration of this season. As now we're looking live to meet the starting 5 for the St. Francis Gladiators. It'll be the same starting 5 for St. Francis: Max Ogden, Eli Bigger, Harrison Shepard, Chris Bobrowski, and Isaac Kerr. So a little change in the starting lineup. I apologize, I misspoke there. It's Bobrowski starting over J.P. Miller. And a couple of juniors in the starting lineup for the Gladiators, 3 juniors to be exact, between Bigger, Kerr, and Bobrowski. Excuse me, Bobrowski the senior, but Kerr, Shepard, and Bigger, all juniors in the starting lineup for tonight's contest between the Rams and the Gladiators. We're ready to get things underway here after further ado, just about 3 minutes after the top of the hour. To jump it up for the Rams, it'll be Aaron Sowles, number 4. For the Gladiators, it'll be Isaiah Millward. Excuse me, not Isaiah Millward, it'll be Isaac Kerr. And it's controlled by Isaac, but an illegal touching called, so this will have to be re-jumped. Isaac Kerr also inserted into the starting lineup for the Gladiators tonight. So Kerr and Bobrowski inserted into the starting lineup. And Kerr wins the tip. Well, actually, it's stolen away by the Rams off of the, and it's in the far side corner now. Swung to the middle of the paint. Man-to-man defense being played by the Gladiators as a hard hedge by Eli Bigger, and it's going to be a foul called against Bigger. His first foul, first team foul against the Gladiators. And that one's inbounded to Colin Lang. He's being guarded by Bobrowski. Gladiators showing another man-to-man look as an open three-point jump shot is dropped in by Colin Lang. And it's a quick 3-0 start for the Rams on the opening possession three-pointer by Lang. A full-court press shown by the Rams. Max Ogden drives baseline and turns it over. So first turnover of the game. The Gladiators really struggled with turnovers last Wednesday versus the Charlevoix Raiders. Let's see if they can work to clean that up here tonight against the Harbor Springs Rams, who you do not want to allow them to have extra possessions or extra looks at the basket. The Rams can shoot it with the best of them. So you do not want to let the Rams get hot from deep in tonight's game if you're a Gladiator fan. Lang has it on the perimeter. Bartell drives, dribble handoff to Sowles. Swung around the perimeter. Good little flex cut by Bartell, but stolen away. Tapped and deflected, controlled by Kerr and the Gladiators. Quick pass up the floor to Harrison Shepard. He's going to spin baseline, pull up, jump shot, no good. Kerr on the offensive putback and gets it to go for the first 2 points of the game for the Gladiators. Kerr in the books, and so are the Glads. It's a quick pass up the floor, and a foul is going to be called. And that foul is going to be called against Isaac Kerr in the act of shooting, which will send Colin Lang to the free throw line. Lang with the three-pointer earlier on the opening possession for the Rams, looking to add some more to his tally. First free throw a little bit short. Second free throw, no substitutes coming in for either team. Just about a minute and a half into the first quarter, as Lang misses both. Rebound by Bigger, he finds Harrison Shepard. Quick snap pass in the corner to Ogden. And the Glads work this around the perimeter. Elks showing a zone defense as Ogden's going to let a three fly and bury it. Max Ogden with the big-time deep ball here early on in this game. And it's stolen away by Bigger. Back to Ogden. Easy transition easy points off of the steal, and it's 7-2. I apologize earlier. I said that Colin Lang made the three-pointer, but he had a foot on the line, so it's only 2 as a nice transition opportunity for the Rams, and finding his way into the scorer's book is Nash Van Sloten. Isaac Kerr breaks the pressure. Gladiators set things back up top. That's Bobrowski who has it. Almost has his pocket picked by Flynn. He'll rip through, and it's stolen. Flynn has an easy run out in transition. Another Gladiator turnover, and it's 7-6. 4 straight points by the Rams. 3 Rams to score in this game. Van Sloten, Flynn, and Lang. 2 Gladiators to score in this one so far. Quick little snap pass from Bigger trying to find Harrison Shepard on the far side of the floor. That one's deflected out of bounds, however, though, by Aaron Salas. So it'll be baseline out of bounds for the Gladiators. 5 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Inbound pass. Bobrowski letting one fly. No good. Chased down by Van Sloten. Finds Flynn. Burr, you got to like the intensity so far these two teams are playing with, right?
Oh, yeah. It's like it's on fire out on the court.
I know, it seriously is. Back and forth. A lot of intensity so far as Braden Flynn passes one off in the corner to Bartel. Bartel sizing up Bobrowski. He's going to let a 3 go. No good. Offensive board by Sowles. Put back is in. So 6 straight points for the Rams, and they're back up by 1, 8-7 over the Gladiators here with 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the opening period. Bobrowski skip pass to Ogden across the court. He'll let another 3 go, and he buries it. Max Ogden hot here early. He's got 8 of the 10 points for the Gladiators. Baseline drive by Lang. Shut off nicely by the Gladiator defense. Pulling a deep 3 is Bartel. No good. Having a hard time finding the stroke is Bartel, but the Rams with another offensive board. Driving right down the middle and getting it to go is Van Sloten, and that's his second bucket of the game. It's tied at 10 apiece. Bigger has it. Little handoff to Bobrowski right in front of us as the Gladiators work right to left across half court. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Big game for both these teams as the Rams are showing a little, not quite a matchup zone, but like a variation of an extended 2-3 zone. As Max Ogden put his head down, got into the paint, and he was shut off there. Inbounded to Ogden, and he is going to pass this over to Bobrowski. Inside it goes to Kerr on the high post. Bigger looked at the shot, didn't want it. Ogden lets it go, no good. Rebound tracked down to Flynn. That's a good defensive rebound for the Rams playing this small kind of matchup zone look against the Gladiator offense. Flynn dribble handoff to Bartel, working against Bobrowski and Bigger. And Bartel is fouled as he was driving baseline. Foul is going to be given to Eli Bigger. That is his second personal. It's the team's. It'll be the team's third personal foul, so the Rams will be in the double bonus. And there are 2 more fouls by the Gladiators. Flynn doubled up top. Finds an open teammate driving down the left-hand side of the lane. Was Colin Lang, and he was pushed in the back. Foul called against Isaac Kerr. That's his second personal foul. So early on in the game, 2 Gladiators with early foul trouble. Kerr with 2 fouls, Bigger with 2 fouls. Isaiah Millward checks in for the Gladiators. Inbounded Bartel, back to the corner to Flynn. Flynn looking to drive. 2-man game now between Flynn and Bartel. Guarded by Bobrowski. Flynn making his move, penetrating the paint, and the offensive foul called against the Rams. And it's going to go against Aaron Salas. And that is his second foul. So already in this game, 2 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the first quarter. There are 3 total starters for each team with 2 fouls apiece. So, Bird, that could drastically change the shape and landscape of how this game plays out from here on out. As J.P. Miller has checked in now for the Gladiators. Ogden has it in the corner. Little floater inside, no good. Rebounded by Van Sloten. He finds Flynn. Pass up ahead the floor, deflected out of bounds by Max Ogden, and that'll be Ram basketball. Harbor Springs Rams making a quick little substitution. Benjamin McShannon, Joe Warren checking in. Inbounded to Van Sloten. He's being guarded by Michael Bohr, who's now into the game for the Gladiators. That one's deflected away. Bohr gets it back. J.P. Miller on the baseline, and a palming violation called. I don't know if it was a palming violation or if J.P. Miller had a foot out of bounds. One way or another, though, it's going to be a turnover by the Gladiators. We're still knotted up at 10 points apiece here in the first quarter of action between the Rams and the Gladiators. This is looking like it's going to be a barn burner all the way here. Flynn working against the Gladiator pressure. A little drop-down pass, but deflected away by Isaiah Millward as he was flying back down to defend the paint. Just over 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter between these two conference opponents. Flynn looks at a three-pointer. Now he'll look to drive and penetrate the paint. Miller on him. He'll dribble handoff to Bartel. Bartel putting it on the deck, working left side, floating layup, no good. Rebound tapped off of a head. It looked like it hit off of Van Sloten's head. So the Gladiators will take possession. Five on the floor for the Gladiators: Shepard, Miller, Bohr, Millward, and Ogden, as they work it around here on this offensive possession against this zone defense by the Rams. And it's stolen away by Bartel. Rams doing a good job during their little scoring streak or scoring dry spell to get defensive stops. And just like that, Braden Flynn rips a three-pointer, his 5th point of the contest. First deep three made by Flynn. Second three-pointer made by the Rams as that full court pressure pays off and they get the turnover. Bartel has it. He finds Flynn. Flynn guarded by Miller. Little crossover dribble. He'll let another one go. No good. Millward comes down with the defensive rebound for the Gladiators. 50 seconds remaining in the opening quarter between Rams and Gladiators. Ogden with the ball up top. Michael Bohr now. It's like a combination between a 1-2-2 and a 2-3 zone defense that the Rams are applying right now. Inside it goes to Millward at the high post. Drop down pass to Harrison Shepard on the baseline. No good. Couldn't finish the layup. Got his own rebound and he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Shepard, that is, earning a trip to the line after missing the initial close range shot. He'll go to the free throw line for 2. First foul called against Bartel for the Rams. And Shepard will go to the line. First free throw good for Harrison Shepard. It's 13-11 now the score. Rams with a 2-point advantage with 25 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Shepard makes the second of 2 free throws, so it's a 1-point game. Inbounded to Bartel and Flynn as they work the 2-man game between the two of them. 2 young guards, both sophomores for this Ram squad. And Bartel is going to be fouled. Looks like J.P. Miller got a hand in there, reaching in, trying to get a steal. And that will put Bartel to the free throw line. So that's a foul that the Gladiators didn't really want to commit there because they had no fouls to give. And it will allow Bartel to go to the free throw line here with only 14 seconds remaining in the opening period. Bartel 2 dribbles, sets, releases, and that's pure. So 2-point game now. Harbor Springs looking to set up a full court press if they're able to make this free throw. Only 3 team fouls for the Rams as Bartel makes both from the free throw line. It's a 3-point advantage now. Rams back off the pressure, pick up at half court. They're full man-to-man defense now with only 9.3 seconds remaining to play in the first period. Michael Bohr inbounds to J.P. Miller. Quickly snapped to Harrison Shepard. He'll cross over, has it poked away. He tries to save it, but saves it right to Bartel. Bartel's going to put it up before the end of the quarter off the back of the rim, and that's how we go to the quarter intermission break with the Rams up 15-3 over the Gladiators. We're going to take a quick break, and we come back in a minute. Second quarter action underway on Next Level Broadcasting. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back right after these messages.
To Culver Meadows, Traverse City's premier family-owned senior living community specializing in dementia care. Here at Culver Meadows, we cultivate the perfect environment for your loved ones by combining our setting, scenery, and social interaction of our residents. We pride ourselves at being an extension of your own family here at Culver Meadows. Call 231-633-9430.
And here we are, second quarter action here on Next Level Broadcasting. Rams with a 3-point advantage over the Gladiators after 8 minutes in the books here. Charles Strail along with the Aubrey brothers bringing this game to you tonight, wherever you're watching from. Thanks for making us a part of your Tuesday evening here on Next Level Broadcasting. It'll be Michael Bohr to inbound for the Gladiators on their opening possession of the second quarter. Newly checked into the game for the Rams is Joe Warren. He's back in there as the Rams dealing with a little foul trouble. Gladiators with 2 starters with 2 fouls. Miller has it for the Gladiators. Bohr swings it far side. Bobrowski looking to get a paint touch to Miller. He'll back down his defender. Turns over the left shoulder. No good. Defensive rebound to Van Sloten for the Rams. And a good stop for the Rams. Flynn finds Lang, who penetrates. Bartel puts it on the deck and is fouled by Bobrowski. And these guards for Harbor Springs doing a good job of putting pressure on this Gladiator defense. Lamb to trigger the inbounds play. Bartel has it up top, back to Flynn. Corner goes to Lang. Apologize, it's Lang, not Lamb. Van Sloten dribble hands off to Flynn. Flynn inside the paint, setting up an open shot. No good by Bartel, but nice rebound by Warren. Bartel puts it on the deck. Back to Van Sloten, three-pointer up off the back rim, rebounded by Michael Bohr, and the Gladiators with an uneven numbered break, bring it up into the front court. Bohr is going to set and fire from deep, and he got it. That was a nice shot from Michael Bohr, and the Gladiators needed that one as it's now 15 points apiece now. Bohr doing his thing to even the scoreboard as Flynn catches, gets a little baseline elbow screen. Van Sloten back into the paint, kicks it out to Bartel. He'll drive lefty scoop shot, no good. Max Ogden catches it and he'll bring it up the floor for the Gladiators. 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the second period. Bobrowski looked at a three-pointer, back to Ogden. He puts it on the deck, 2 dribbles, running floater is good. So just like that, the Gladiators opened the second quarter with a 5-0 run, and they're up by 2 points. Van Sloten catches. Flynn with a little push shot, no good. Rebound Ogden, and the Gladiators looking to extend this 5-0 run to start the second quarter as Ogden is fouled by Warren, and that'll be the first team foul against the Rams in this quarter. Checking back in for the Gladiators is Harrison Shepard, and Max King also checking in. Shepard replacing Ogden and King replacing J.P. Miller. 5 on the floor for the Rams. It's Bartell, Flynn, Warren, Lang, Van Sloten, and the Gladiators working this round. Baseline drive by Michael Bohr. Kicks it up top to Bobrowski. He swings it into the corner to Harrison Shepard. Inside it goes to Isaiah Millward. He kicks it out for an open jump shot for Shepard, and he buries it, the three-pointer. So just like that, the Gladiators have opened up an 8-0 advantage here to start the second quarter. And just as I was saying, that Van Sloten is fouled on the layup attempt by Max King. So Van Sloten will earn a trip to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Excellent start for the Gladiators here in the second quarter to come out firing. They've got 2 3-pointers in this 8-0 spurt, as Van Sloten misses the first of 2 free throws. And the second one is good. It's a 4-point game now between the Gladiators and the Rams. The Rams break their 2-minute and 36-second scoring drought here in the second quarter with the Van Sloten free throw. Dribble handoff up top between King and Bohr. Corner it goes to Bobrowski. Max King going to penetrate, has it tapped away from behind by Flynn, and he gets it right back though. King does. Corner kick to Shepard. Can he go 2 for 2? He can. Harrison Shepard's got the hot hand right now as he's got back-to-back triples for the Gladiators. And that's stolen away by Max King, and the Gladiators now looking to go up by potentially 10 points with another 3. Inside to Millward. He'll turn around over the left shoulder, and he shot that mid-jumper. He literally jumped and then did a 180 and then waited to release that shot. He had the height advantage, and the Gladiators have really opened it up here in the second quarter, outscoring the Rams currently. Well, they're outscoring the Rams right now by 12 points. 12 points so far in the third quarter. So excellent second quarter, I should say, for the Gladiators. And while we have a little bit of time taken by the Rams, we're going to thank our friends at the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport for making this game possible wherever you're tuning in from. Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport wants to remind you that when you fly, fly TVC. Wherever your destination may be, whenever you're booking those new travel plans and the travel itineraries, make sure that you fly TVC. Also want to thank our friends at Pop Excavating for tonight. Listen, can you dig it? Well, Pop Excavating sure can. Pop Excavating wants you to know that they're the leading source for any type of excavating work, whether you're looking to get a new drain field, foundational work for your home, and or snow plowing in the winter. That's Pop Excavating for being a sponsor of high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. It's 25-16 the advantage now for the Rams, or the Gladiators, I should say. As the Rams inbound this one, Braden Flynn has it, working against Harrison Shepard. He crosses over. He'll drive all the way on the baseline, shut off nicely. Bartell looking to get into the paint. Gladiators have really turned up the defensive intensity here in the second quarter. Flynn driving on the right side into Harrison Shepard, shut off by Shepard. Trapping the dribble handoff up top are the Gladiators. Eli Bigger back into the game with 2 fouls. Shots up, rebounded by Isaiah Millward, and the Gladiators get another possession here, securing the defensive rebound. 1 and done for the Rams on the offensive end. Harrison Shepard, the hot hand here in the quarter with 2 3-pointers for the Gladiators. Outside to Max King. He'll slice into the paint, no good. Bartell with the rebound. Flynn catches it up on the sideline. Warren back to Lamb. Lamb looking to drive, put it on the deck. That's Lang. I don't know why, but that name is giving me a hard time tonight as the Gladiators send this one way up the floor. Harrison Shepard, nice little dish to the trailer, Isaiah Millward, and tough luck miss for Millward. And that should be Ooh. That one was last touched, baseline official said, by a Gladiator, so it'll be Ram basketball. Burr, did you happen to get a look at that one?
It went so fast, it was kind of crazy out there.
Yeah, that I agree. I didn't see who that ball went off of either. It's a 9-point advantage for the Gladiators here. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the second quarter. Flynn looking to find an open teammate. They're got a count on them, and that's a turnover. One way or another, it was going to be a Ram turnover. It was getting close. They were probably at about 6 seconds in the backcourt there, so the Gladiator pressure forcing another turnover. Inbounded to Bobrowski, who's back into the game now. Ogden has just checked into the game as well. Harrison Shepard with it up top, playing a two-man game. Rams back in the zone look. Shepard letting one go, another three-pointer, too strong. Defensive rebound tapped out of bounds, and it will be Gladiator basketball. Checking into the game for the first time tonight is Luke Gorman, replacing Isaiah Millward. So the Gladiators working with a little larger rotation tonight in this game. Shepard finds Ogden, swung around the perimeter nicely. Bigger now in the corner. Two-lane pass cross court to Ogden, working against the zone defense. Penetrating kick, Ogden slices in, finger roll is good. Ogden now with 5 points in the quarter. Hard screen set by Van Sloten, and that was an offensive foul called against him. Harrison Shepard drew the foul. And if you're like many Gladiator fans, you oftentimes see Harrison Shepard hit the floor hard just because of how hard he plays. He's usually the first guy on the floor and does not shy away from physicality on the basketball court. He has a football mentality playing basketball. As we have 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Shepard kicks it to Ogden for a wide open three-pointer and misses everything, but Shepard bails him out with the offensive rebound. Eli Bigger now, and Ogden resets for the Gladiators. Shepard sets and fires a three-pointer, no good. Shepard 2 for 4 in the quarter from deep, and Bobrowski picks up the foul against Braden Flynn, and that will be Bobrowski's second personal foul. One minute, 45 seconds remaining to play here in the first half. Braden Flynn working against Harrison Shepard, really being harassed by this Gladiator defense as they bring the double team. Luke Gorman, who brought that double bench slot, and catches it on the safety valve pass. And a blocking foul called against Eli Bigger. That is his third personal foul. So Bigger picking up that third foul. Let's see how that impacts the Gladiator rotation as J.P. Miller checks in, and so does Michael Bohr. Bartel with it up top. Flynn drives middle, shut off by Miller. Little hesitation move. Flynn slices in. No call. Max Ogden comes out of there with it in a hurry. Finds Harrison Shepard. Skip pass back to Ogden. Shepard penetrates the middle. Ogden lets a three fly, and he buries it. So Max Ogden with 2 3-pointers in the quarter. Now Gladiators with 4 3-pointers in this second period. Braden Flynn trying to dribble through the defensive pressure, and he's fouled. Harrison Shepard tried to draw the charge, but that will put Braden Flynn on the free throw line. So second consecutive quarter where the Rams have been able to get the Gladiators into the bonus defensively. And a very excellent free throw shooter goes to the line. That is Braden Flynn for 2 free throws. Rams only with 1 point so far in this quarter. It was 15-12 at the end of the first quarter. Gladiators are on an 18-1 run in this second quarter as Flynn makes the second of 2 free throws. It's a 16-point advantage here in the second quarter for the Gladiators so far. Bohr catches, back over to Ogden. Bohr skips it to Miller. Miller sets and fires from 3. Got it! Some excellent shot making prowess for the Gladiators on display here, going against this zone defense. As Bartel has it, little hesitation dribble, corner it goes to Warren, and he got it. An excellent answer for the Rams, and Warren makes the three-pointer in a much-needed time of the game as a foul is called against the Rams. I believe that will be going and charged to Braden Flynn. Only the third team foul against the Rams. First foul against Braden Flynn. 15 seconds remaining here in the second period. No good on the running attempt by Harrison Shepard. Bartel comes out of there with it. It's a 2-on-1 break. Flynn catches. Flynn shot fakes, sets and fires for 3 just before the buzzer. No good. And that's how we will go to half, with the Gladiators in the midst of a 20-5 second quarter run. They take a 12-point advantage into halftime. That was a great looking second quarter for the Gladiators there as they go in by a dozen. After 2 quarters of play, we're going to go ahead and step aside, and when we come back, we'll have our our first half recap, look ahead to the third quarter here on high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. With more than 18 years of construction and deck building experience, Renew It Decks and Outdoor Living wants you to know that they can customize and turn your deck and outdoor living space into something right out of your dreams. But wait, Renew It Decks and Outdoor Living is now hiring employees in the Grand Traverse area, featuring a competitive industry wage, 5 weeks of paid time off, profit sharing, a 401k match program, health insurance options, advancement opportunities, and full-time year-round work. For job inquiries, call 1-231-881-6282.
To Culver Meadows, Traverse City's premier family-owned senior living community specializing in dementia care. Here at Culver Meadows, we cultivate the perfect environment for your loved ones by combining our setting, scenery, and social interaction of our residents. We pride ourselves at being an extension of your own family here at Culver Meadows. Call 231-633-9430.
Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right. And for a limited time, get 0% for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. To get a quote, come into your local Hudson or visit us online at hudsony.com.
All right, welcome back in to our halftime show here presented by John Deere Hudson, reminding you that when you are looking in the market for a compact utility tractor, look no further than John Deere Hudson and their wide selection of those compact utility tractors. John Deere Hudson with your local representative right in Williamsburg. At the half, it's a 12-point advantage for the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators over the Harbor Springs Rams. Much of that is attributed to a 20-5 quarter. That's what the Gladiators outscored the Rams in the second quarter by a 15-point margin. as I welcome you back in to the John Deere Hudson halftime show here. Charles Strail and Burr Ari live from this game right now. And look, Gladiators had a hard time taking care of the basketball in the first quarter. But once they figured out how to solve this defensive puzzle by the Rams, they got it going, they got it clicking, they got into some open in-rhythm jump shots, and they knocked them down, Burr. I mean, the shooting prowess on display for the Gladiators in that second quarter, it was nothing short of spectacular.
It definitely was. I loved seeing the three-pointers out there tonight.
I mean, and when you have an offensive flow by not turning over the basketball, when you take care of the basketball, I should say, you can have consistent possessions. You can get into a stable rhythm offensively. And that's what we saw the Gladiators, particularly Harrison Shepard and Max Ogden. They were doing the damage from deep in that quarter. So we do want to look ahead a little bit to the third quarter, but also a little bit further on in the season, as we have a very special event coming back to Traverse City St. Francis High School this year, and that is the second annual Northern Michigan Showcase. So for those of you that might not have caught the glimpse of the showcase last year, it was an unbelievable event. 5 games all in one day, all in one gym right here at Traverse City St. Francis. This year, we're going to have 4 games, and it's going to be compiled of some great, great teams. A lot of local market teams, Traverse City St. Francis, Glen Lake, McBain, Cadillac, just to name a few. That'll be coming up on February 10th, and we're going to go ahead and step aside and preview that second annual Northern Michigan Showcase with this little trailer that we at Next Level Broadcasting put together. Take a look and enjoy.
The first annual Northern Michigan Showcase between teams all across the state, all divisions, all athletic abilities.
Nausatis all the way to the free throw line. Tried to get it to Hagelstein, but it was stolen. Nausatis gets it right back.
Oh, he's going to pull it.
Got
Oh, huge shot.
it. Hagelstein through the contact. There's A-Cup guarded by Nausatis, and it's stolen away to Braymeyer. Right, nice pass down low. Shot up and good. Spins near the top of the key. Over it goes to Donahue. One dribble, foul line jumper. Rattles it home. Hagelstein, corner 3, up and good.
That's so automatic. They're looking for it every time.
And stolen away. Nausatis gets the steal. Up with the right hand and in.
Just took it right from him. Acuff got a little too fancy.
And welcome back into the John Deere Hudson halftime show here. We apologize as we got our scoreboard corrected. It's 32-20 with the Gladiators up 12 points. They're up by a full dozen over the Rams at halftime, thanks in part by a huge second quarter in which they outscored the Rams 20-5. A big-time quarter by the Gladiators to put them up by 12 points at halftime here as we get a look at some of the youth of I believe this would be the Immaculate Conception elementary schoolers out here playing at halftime of the varsity game. And leading the way for the Gladiators is Max Ogden and Harrison Shepard doing an excellent job of finding the range from deep in the second quarter. Those two combined for 5 3-pointers in that quarter alone. So 15 of the Gladiator 20 points in that quarter coming from deep. Actually, 5 3-pointers made, 1 by Miller, 2 by Ogden, 2 by Shepard. 15 of the 20 points coming from beyond the arc in that quarter. Once again, want to apologize for having the scoreboard incorrect for the first 2 quarters of play. We got it changed around here, and we're all set to go for the third quarter. And as we look ahead to the third quarter, it's going to be a challenge, in my opinion, for the Rams to get themselves reestablished into this game due to the defensive tenacity of the Gladiators so far. But one thing to monitor is the fouling situation for the Gladiators, as they have had a tendency to be a little handsy and try to reach in and get some of those steals where they don't really need to try and reach in to get those steals at those certain points of time. So we should be in for a good second half of basketball and see if those Rams can bounce back after suffering a 15-point deficit in that second quarter and being down by 12 points at half after they were up 15-12 at the end of the first quarter. We're going to go ahead and have an encore presentation of the preview promo for the 2024 St. Francis hosted Northern Michigan Showcase. We'll be back with the third quarter action after this.
The first annual Northern Michigan Showcase between teams from all across the state, all divisions, all athletic abilities.
Nausatis all the way to the free throw line. Tried to get it to Hagelstein, but it was stolen. Nausatis gets it right back.
Oh, he's going to
Triple.
pull it.
Got
Oh, huge shot.
it! Hagelstein through the contact. There's A-Cup guarded by Nausatis, and it's stolen away to Braymeyer. Right, nice pass down low. Shot up, and good. Spins near the top of the key. Over it goes to Donahue. One dribble, foul line jumper. Rattles it home. Hagelstein, corner three, up and good.
That's so automatic. They're looking for it every time.
And stolen away. Nausatis gets the steal. Up with the right hand and in.
Just took it right from him. Acuff got a little too fancy.
Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right. And for a limited time, get 0% for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. To get a quote, come into your local Hudson or visit us online at hudsony.com.
And here we are, third quarter action underway here. Rams down by a dozen to the Gladiators as they begin the third quarter with an opening possession here. Bartell working against Harrison Shepard. He'll dribble down the lane and scoop it off the glass and in. So first points of the quarter go to Bartell and the Rams. That's exactly how they needed to start this third quarter if they want to stage a comeback here in the second half. 10-point advantage now for the Gladiators. Max Ogden catches it on the baseline. He'll catch and fire, three-pointer up and a little bit off. Isaac Kerr collects the offensive rebound, tapped around and off of a Gladiator hand. I believe it was Eli Bigger who was the last Glad to touch that one and push it out of bounds. So Rams with an opportunity here to cut this to under a 10-point deficit as they work against this full-court man-to-man defense that's extended some pressure and given the Rams a little bit of a hard time so far, as Bartel's going to drive right down the middle once again, but no good. Off of the back of the iron, that's Bobrowski now who has it for the Gladiators. Nice deflection by Flynn to push that one out of bounds, and this hectic pace continues for these two teams. Listen, if you don't like guard play, this is not the game for you because there's some fantastic guards there out on the floor right now between Shepard, Bobrowski, Ogden, Flynn, and Bartell for each of these two teams. You got to like what you're seeing as a steal, and that was a foul going against Braden Flynn. A steal was almost made by Lang, and it kind of forced Flynn into fouling after that steal attempt. Harrison Shepard working against Braden Flynn now. Corner it goes to Ogden. Trying to penetrate this zone defense are the Gladiators. Nice little baseline cut by Harrison Shepard. He tries to go up through two Ram defenders and no good, and it will be Ram basketball. So far in the third quarter, Rams pitching a shutout against the Gladiators with 1 minute and 40 seconds of scoreless defensive basketball for Harp Springs, as they almost turn this one over, saved by Bartell on the far side. Flynn has it, being doubled, gets a high ball screen from Van Sluten, working into the paint, no good on the tough right-handed layup attempt. Harrison Shepard with the head of steam going through traffic, and he was fouled by Lang. So Colin Lang, the junior, picking up his first foul. We haven't seen a bucket for Colin Lang since he scored the opening basket of the first quarter. And Harrison Shepard going to the free throw line now with an opportunity to put the Glads back up by a dozen. But I guess that's the announcer's curse as he missed the first of 2 free throws. Burr, isn't it funny how that curse always comes into play when the announcer says like the free throw percentage of the shooter?
It does happen quite often, really.
It happens quite often, and I apologize, Harrison. I must have just jinxed it because he goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Lang with it, crosses over on Isaac Kerr. Nice drive all the way inside for the bucket. And Harbor Springs has started this third quarter on a 4-0 run. It's an 8-point game now for the Gladiators. Max Ogden gets a high ball screen from Eli Biggard. Almost stolen away by Bartel. He's got some good hands and was able to get that initial deflection. Shepard, as the Gladiators rotate this around the perimeter. Ogden now with it, guarded by Bartel. Nice penetration by Bobrowski inside and gets the soft bounce. And the Gladiators have their first points of the third quarter. And just like that, Bobrowski fouls, and that will be his 3rd personal foul. And head coach Sean Finnegan is looking at him saying, man, don't you know that's your 3rd foul, Chris? And it looks like they're going to roll the dice and keep him in the ball game. As Aaron Salas inbounds for the Rams. Bartel looking for an outlet pass, tipped away, deflected. That was Bigger who got his hands on it. Kerr who collected the loose change on the floor. High post to Bigger, back out to Bobrowski for an open 3, no good. Salas the rebound. Braden Flynn now with it, working one-on-one against Harrison Shepard. Drives all the way and is fouled by Shepard. That'll be Shepard's 2nd foul, I believe. Yeah, his 2nd personal foul. So we saw in the first and in the second quarter, the Gladiators had over 5 team fouls as Braden Flynn makes the first of 2 free throws. Checking in for the Gladiators is J.P. Miller. He'll be replacing Chris Bobrowski. So the Gladiator coaching staff, whether it's their usual substitution pattern or don't want Bobrowski to pick up that 4th foul, replaces him with Miller. Flynn at the free throw line and gets another one to drop. So Flynn makes both at the line. We're back to an 8-point game here in the third quarter. It's been an entertaining one so far. St. Francis with a 20-5 scoring run in the second quarter. That's given them this 8-point lead as Miller with the floater inside. Couldn't get it to go. Salas the rebound for the Rams. And quickly up the floor and laying it in is Lang. And now it's just a 2-possession game. Rams down by 6. Flynn with the deflection out of bounds. And another substitution checking in for the Gladiators will be Isaiah Millward. He will replace Isaac Kerr. Miller with it up top, picked up his dribble. No defensive pressure as they get it to the high post to Millward. Millward against Flynn. Notable size advantage as he finds an open cutter for J.P. Miller, and he can't get it to go. Rebounded by Lang, and the Rams with an opportunity to cut it to a 1-possession game. Flynn working against Harrison Shepard. Back to Bartel now. Baseline jump shot for Bartel is around and out. Offensive board to Salas. Put back, in and out as Bigger secures the defensive rebound. That was a monumental defensive board for the Gladiators as the Rams could have cut it to a 4-point game. Shepard goes inside to Millward. Millward puts his head down, almost traveled. J.P. Miller gets the rebound, and the Rams control. Cross-court pass to Lang. Lang slithering in for another layup in transition, and it's a 4-point game as the Gladiators are going to take a timeout. It's been a 8 point advantage so far in the third quarter. When we entered the second half, it was a 12-point lead, but look no further. It's a 4-point deficit now for the Harbor Springs Rams. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, Gladiators looking to respond after the Rams have come out hot here in the third quarter. High school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right. And for a limited time, get 0% for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. To get a quote, come into your local Hudson or visit us online at hudsony.com.
Here we are. It'll be Gladiator basketball here on the sideline out of bounds when we resume play here. It's been an 8-point scoring advantage for the Rams as we begin the third quarter. 3 minutes remaining in the quarter. It's a 4-point advantage on the scoreboard for the Gladiators. It was a 12-point advantage at halftime, and the Rams have coming out hot here in the third quarter, getting all the way to the basket on numerous occasions. They've got 6 points coming in transition, 2 from the free throw line. Gladiators working it inside to Millward. No good. Tapped around, controlled by the Rams. A couple players hit the deck hard. Bartel with the hesitation dribble gets to the rim, and he will get to the free throw line. And that'll be the 4th team foul against the Gladiators. The next foul will put the Rams in the bonus once again. So the Rams living at the free throw line so far in potentially all 3 quarters. They've been in the bonus for the first 2 of the first half. Bartel sets some fires, and he makes the first. So for a team with guards such as Bartel and Flynn that can shoot a high percentage from the free throw line, this is exactly how you want to try to get back into a game. Do it from the free throw line. As the second free throw for Bartel is up and down. And it's a 2-point game. Rams coming out hot here. Done a great job of reestablishing their offensive rhythm, and really they've turned it up defensively as well. Max Ogden trying to work into the paint. Rams now back in a man-to-man defensive set. Isaiah Millward being guarded by Van Sloten. Rams really playing off of Millward when he's out on the perimeter. Flynn guarding Harrison Shepard. Inside it goes to Millward. Kick out, turnover. Millward was trying to get it to J.P. Miller, who the Rams had left, and it was just an errant pass. So the Rams can tie or take the lead here on this possession. That's Flynn with it, guarded by Harrison Shepard. Bartel driving baseline. Deep 3 by Flynn, no good. Offensive rebound by Lang. He's working to back down into the paint. Back up to Bartel. Corner goes to Flynn. He'll let another one go. No good. Huge rebound for Millward and the Gladiators. And just looking for some signs of life right now, the Gladiators are. They've just not been able to get things going there, but that'll help. Max Ogden gets into the paint, gets to his spot, and knocks in the 8-foot jump shot. Bartel slicing in, stop and go move, no good. Another defensive rebound controlled by the Gladiators. Miller with a little dribble handoff to Harrison Shepard. Out to Ogden, shot fake. Good defense by Bartel, staying down on those shot fakes. Michael Bohr is going to let one fly. No good. Van Sloten with the defensive rebound. He's fouled. That foul will be going against Isaiah Millward, and that's a tough foul as it'll put the Rams on the free throw line. Actually, that's on Harrison Shepard. His third. And it should put, I guess the next foul will put the Rams on the free throw line. And oh man, just like a lackadaisical turnover for the Rams as they turn it over. Two guards usually very good at handling the basketball, and that one just went right through the fingertips of Bartel. Max King into the game now for the Gladiators. He's guarded by Flynn. Dishes it off to Michael Bohr. King, Bohr, Miller, Millward, and Ogden, the 5 on the floor for the Gladiators. Nice job of shutting off the drive, turnaround jump shot, offensive board to Millward. Goes back up with it strong, no good, tapped around, controlled by Miller. Max King steps into a three-pointer, no good. And that's off of Isaiah Millward, so it'll be Ram basketball. 5 on the floor for the Rams right now. It's Lang, Van Sloten, Bartel, Flynn, and Warren. As Flynn was fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. And just as I mentioned, an excellent free throw shooter going to the free throw line for an opportunity to bring this back to a one-possession game. Rams have now been in the bonus in all 3 quarters so far. Braden Flynn with 2 dribbles, sets, fires. That's a nice looking stroke as he makes that one relatively easily. Checking in for the Gladiators is Harrison Shepard. Two dribbles for Flynn again. Sets and fires. That one misses off the back of the rim. Skying rebound by Isaiah Millward. It's a 3-point game with 9 seconds left. Ogden going to try the triple. No good. Out to Michael Bohr. Running shot at the buzzer. No good. Millward cleans it up. Still no good. So after 3 quarters in the books, we're going to the 4th quarter with a 1-score game. Gladiators on top of the Harbor Springs Rams by 3 points. After a very well-played and hard-fought quarter by the Rams, they've cut it down to 3 points after being down by 12 at half. So with that, we're going to take a break. 4th quarter coming up after these messages. This is high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right. And for a limited time, get 0% for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. To get a quote, come into your local Hudson or visit us online at hudsony.com.
And here we are officially in the 4th quarter now. It'll be St. Francis basketball to begin the 4th quarter. Harrison Shepard inbound for the Gladiators. It was got a 1-score game. Gladiators and Rams going back and forth here in this Lake Michigan Conference clash. The Gladiators are up by 12 at halftime, but the Rams have whittled it down to a 1-possession game entering the 4th quarter. As the Gladiators work this around the perimeter, Rams showing a little matchup zone defense. Inside it goes to Isaiah Millward. Turn around over the right shoulder, and the left-handed hook is in. And the Gladiators back up by a handful. Lang's going to show and go, and he gets whistled for a travel. And Gladiators will take that defensive stop. That was just like an awkward looking move by Lang, and he just made a 1 false step that drew the traveling call. Corner it goes, 3-pointer up and in by Max Ogden. And it's 41-33, and the Gladiators have opened this quarter on a 5-0 scoring run. Flynn whips it to the corner to Lang. Three-pointer up and in, and there's a good answer by Lang and the Rams. That's exactly what they needed, is when the Gladiators had hit a three-pointer on their very prior possession. Lang answers right back for the Rams. Lang has 11 points in the ball game. Ogden from the same spot, no good. Rebound chased down by Braden Flynn. Good defensive transition by the Gladiators to get back. Bartel's driving baseline with the hammer pass, swung around nicely to Lang. He almost shuffled his feet once again, but Bartel's going to take the dribble handoff for a 15-foot jump shot and drain it. So we're right back to a three-point game. Harrison Shepard now with it. He's at the controls for the Gladiators as he passes to Miller. Corner it goes to Ogden. Rams showing much more of a man look now. Millward catches at the free throw line. Michael Bohr looks to penetrate. Kick out to Miller. Swung to Harrison Shepard, and he just wasn't able to catch and squeeze that basketball, and it's turned over. Warren looking to inbound, and a 5-second call going against the Rams. Joe Warren just wasn't able to find any open teammates there. Chris Bobrowski has checked back into the game with 3 personal fouls, replacing J.P. Miller. Nice little baseline flash by Michael Moore, but wasn't able to finish it. But guess who did? Isaiah Millward inside. Another left-handed putback for the big man inside, and it's now back a 5-point game. Van Slutton drives down the middle of the paint, puts up a shot. He's fouled. That'll go against Chris Bobrowski, and that'll be Chris's 4th personal foul. So Van Slotten doing a good job of staying aggressive and making Bobrowski pick up his 4th personal foul. So decision time now for the St. Francis coaching staff. Sean Finnegan will have a decision to make whether or not to keep Bobrowski into this game with 4 fouls. 5 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. 2 dribbles for Van Slotten, but can't knock down the first of 2 free throws. Checking back in for the Rams is Aaron Souls, replacing Lamb. Here's the second of 2 free throws coming for Van Slotten, and he misses both. Rebound comes out to Harrison Shepard, so an empty opportunity for the Rams at the free throw line there. Ogden with it on the far side. They go back and forth. Ogden now being patient with the basketball are the Gladiators. With 5 minutes left, it looks like the Gladiators are pretty content here to really make this Ram defense overextend itself. Ogden catches in the corner for a 3-pointer, and he got it. A nice pass from Isaiah Millward at the high post area in that zone defense, and the Rams turn it back over. This is the 4th quarter that the Gladiators might be able to take advantage of this youth for the Rams, not really being used to playing in these tight games, coming into crunch time. And the Gladiators with the senior laden bunch out there right now between Bobrowski, Ogden, leading the way. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the ball game as Bobrowski finally gets some pressure up on him by Flynn. Michael Bohr now catches it in the corner. Harrison Shepard relieves him of the pressure as the Gladiators working this thing around, and fouled was Michael Bohr. That was Bartel who picks up the foul. So Ryder Bartel with his 2nd foul. We've got an 8-point game here, 4 minutes, 14 seconds to play here in this one. It's been a really good game of runs. Gladiators were up 12. And this one, nice catch made by Michael Bohr to save that one from going out of bounds. He'll look to drive, penetrate, and the Gladiators are back out up top, really forcing the Rams to extend this man-to-man defensive pressure. And that's one of the things when you try to go into a stall, or not necessarily a stall, but the 5-minute offense in the fourth quarter, you can really get the defense to overextend, as Max Ogden does just that as he got in there and hit the 10-foot jump shot. And it's a 10-point lead, and just like that, the Rams turn it back over to the Gladiators. They'll have the basketball here. Baseline out of bounds. 3 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Gladiators up by 10 points. Ogden catches, puts it on the deck. Floater in the lane is good. And Max Ogden really taking over here in the fourth quarter for the Gladiators. He's got 7 of the Gladiator last 9 points. That one is secured by Van Sluten. Back to Flynn for the open triple, and he buries it. And that was the shot that the Rams needed to just try to stay alive in this game. Flynn with the deep 3 ball. And we got a 9-point game with 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining here in the game. While we have a moment, we want to thank all of our sponsors for being a part of this broadcast tonight and making this game viewable for you wherever you're tuning in from. We want to thank our friends at the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Pop Excavating, and Hudson and John Deere for being a part of this. I also want to thank and give a shout out to our friends at Chris Hathaway Farm Bureau and Culver Meadows here in Traverse City. If you're just now joining us, it was a 12-point game at halftime. The Rams whittled it down to a 4-point game at the start of the fourth quarter, and the Gladiators have done their best to extend this lead now to a 9-point advantage with 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Charles Strail here with Burr Aubrey. And we got 3 minutes, 28 seconds remaining. Fourth quarter action between Gladiators and Rams here on Next Level Broadcasting. It's a Tuesday night in Northern Michigan, and I can't think of anywhere else that I'd rather be watching these two Lake Michigan Conference opponents go at it here on the hardwood. It's been a hard-fought game. The Rams had a 3-point advantage after the first quarter of play. Since then, it's pretty much been all Gladiators, but the Rams have been able to impact the game at different points in times. The Gladiators break the Ram pressure, and it's Max Ogden at the controls. Bobrowski, Shepard, Millward, and Bohr on the floor for the Gladiators. This one's kicked out to Bobrowski. He'll take the free throw line jump shot. No good. Controlled by Bartel, and the Rams are looking to push, but unfortunately stolen away right by Ogden. Little bounce pass inside to Bohr. It's good. Nice pocket pass by Ogden to Bohr, and the Gladiators extend this back to an 11-point lead. Little dribble handoff on the far side, elbow extended, and a tripping foul is called against number 14, Michael Bohr. Only the second team foul for the Gladiators here in the fourth quarter. So if anything, the Gladiators have been doing a good job of cleaning up the defensive fouling situation here in the fourth quarter. All 3 quarters prior to this, they had put the Rams on the line for the double bonus penalty. As Bartel's going to take a 3-pointer short, but he tracks down his own offensive rebound and finds Lang inside for the stick back. It's 43-52 now. Rams extend pressure. Bartel picks up the personal foul. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in the game. Burr, do you feel like the Gladiators have a little bit more breathing room now with a 9-point advantage?
They do. It was an interesting comeback from the third quarter to the fourth.
Yeah, the Rams really mounted that comeback in the third quarter. They outscored the Gladiators by 18 points during that 8 points, I beg your pardon, during that third quarter. 4-point game going into the fourth quarter, but since then, the Gladiators have been able to push this back out to a 9 to 11-point margin. And that's where it's been played most of the fourth quarter ever since the 6-minute mark, I'll say. As Ogden has it stolen away by Soles. Flynn looking to drive, little runner off the glass and good, but the near side official whistles them for an offensive foul. I believe that was Chris Bobrowski who slid in there and drew the charge. So big-time defensive play by Bobrowski to draw that charge. That would have been his 5th foul if that would have been called against Chris. So really just being a reactive defensive player and anticipating where the contact was coming from and getting over there and sliding into position. and manning his ground. As Bartel's whistled for the foul, that will put Max Ogden on the free throw line for 2 free throws, as the Rams have just entered the bonus. So this has been a pretty entertaining game if you're just now tuning in. It was a 3-point game at the 3-point advantage for the Rams at the end of the first quarter, 12-point advantage for the Gladiators at halftime, and a 4-point game, Gladiators leading by 4, that is, going into the fourth quarter. Now Ogden with an opportunity to extend it to a 10 or an 11-point lead here with 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. And Ogden makes it a 10-point game. No substitutions coming in for either side right now. Harbor Springs sticking to that 6-man rotation as another one down the hatch for Ogden. 11-point lead now for the Gladiators. Flynn able to sneak one up and in on the baseline drive. 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining. Ogden catches it. He's very patient. Bobrowski comes to help him out. Deflected near midcourt, stolen away by the Rams. Good defense by Harbor Springs, forcing the turnover. Bartel steps into a three-pointer, too strong. Bobrowski secures the defensive board. Is fouled by Lang. And Bobrowski going to the free throw line. Bobrowski's played a very good defensive game so far in this one, although he has been fighting the foul trouble, but he did make that critical play by drawing that charge against Braden Flynn just a couple possessions ago. So credit to Bobrowski for being willing to take the contact and also potentially risk disqualification with maybe picking up his 5th foul if that call goes the other way, as he makes 1 or 2 free throws from the free throw line. It's back to a 10-point game now for the Gladiators. Flynn dribble hands off to Bartel. He'll step into a 15-foot pull-up jump shot and rattle it home. An 8-point game now for the Gladiators with 1 minute, 17 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Ogden trying to dribble through this pressure. Millward has it. And Ogden has it stolen away. Once again, Rams on the break. Up ahead pass to Flynn, but couldn't get the layup. Harbor Springs bench wanted a foul. Wasn't on the baseline to see if there's any contact or not, but that's a shot Flynn typically makes. As the Gladiators take a timeout, this will be a 30-second timeout. Up by 8 points, 51 seconds remaining. Burr, did you see down if Flynn was contacted on that layup attempt? It looked like he just missed it.
It looked like he missed it to me.
Yeah, it looked like he just didn't quite get his steps arranged as he was getting ready to go up for that layup, or could have just short-armed it. He kind of tried to finger roll it there, and it's, like I said, typically a shot that he makes in his sleep would have cut the game to a 2-score game. However, Gladiators catch a break there. Credit the Glads by being able to track down that defensive rebound. Gladiators do need to do a better job at taking care of the basketball. They've had 2 turnovers on their last 3 possessions and have given the Rams easy shot opportunities to get back into this game. So with 30 seconds left, we're going to go ahead and take one final commercial break and be back after this from Cherry Capital Airport.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Here we are, fourth quarter action. Gladiators up 55-47 over the Harbor Springs Rams. 51 seconds remaining to play in the fourth quarter here from Traverse City St. Francis High School. Charles Strail and Bert Aubrey, the crew of Next Level Broadcasting, bringing you this one tonight. Thanks for making us a part of your Tuesday evening, wherever you're tuning in from. We appreciate it, and appreciate you hanging out watching high school basketball with us as Michael Bohr is contacted, and he'll be going to the free throw line. Foul on Joe Warren. So Bohr going to the free throw line for the Gladiators with 47 seconds remaining in the game. First free throw for Bohr is just off to the right. Second and 2 free throws for Bohr. Takes his time, fires too strong off the back of the rim. Harrison Shepard was able to control the offensive rebound. He's trapped in the corner, finds an outlet to Michael Bohr, and Max Ogden with it now up top. And he's fouled in the back by Braden Flynn. And that'll send Ogden to the free throw line where he's got an opportunity to enhance his scoring total this evening. That was the 4th personal foul against Braden Flynn. Ogden's first of 2 free throws is good. And Max Ogden with 30 points now in the game. Second free throw for Ogden is good. He's got 31 to lead all scorers. Salas trying to inbound, and that foul is going to be called against Harrison Shepard. Unfortunately, that foul is 93 feet away from the basket, but Harrison being aggressive all the way to the end of this game, all the way until the final buzzer sounds. As Flynn passes up the court to Lang. Lang takes the step-back three-pointer and drains it. 7-point game now, Rams down, trying to get a steal here. As Max Ogden is contacted on the arm, and he will go to the free throw line to potentially seek his 32nd and 33rd point of the game. And with that, we have a player who was just fouled out. That's Braden Flynn, who has just fouled out of tonight's contest. He'll leave the game with a total of 14 points scored in this contest. He's played a good game for a sophomore and for a player that is oftentimes, I think the scouting report on him is to be very physical out on the perimeter as he's handling the ball. He's played a very good game as Max Ogden makes the first of 2 free throws. 22 seconds remaining here. Max Ogden looking for his 33rd point of the game. And he gets the friendly bounce, and it's extended to a 9-point lead now for the Gladiators. Bartel bringing it across half court for the Rams, doubled by Bobrowski and Bohr. He'll set and let one go, no good. Lang controls the offensive board. Posting up Shepard, stolen away by Bohr, and that's going to do it here. So Gladiators come out with a victory over the Rams. It goes down in the books officially as a 9-point victory for the Gladiators. A game of runs for sure during this game, as the Gladiators had to claw back from a 3-point deficit after the first quarter of play, had a 12-point lead going into halftime, and they certainly were able to weather the Harbor Springs run in the third quarter enough to extend the lead to 9 points and get this one finally as a 59-50 win. We're going to be back here tomorrow night as the Gladiators take on Boyne City in a rescheduling of a Lake Michigan Conference game that was initially scheduled for last Friday but got canceled due to a weather delay. So that's going to be a good one. You don't want to miss that one. That'll be coming up on Next Level Broadcasting Wednesday night from Traverse City. Thank you, and as always, have a great evening. Until next time, everyone, good night.